send this out to everyone when we're done, along with some additional resources that we'll cover as we go through the webinar. So my name is Allison Panza. I'm the Senior Customer Success Manager here at Salesintel, and I've had the opportunity to speak with quite a few of you over the past couple of weeks. But if I have not yet met you, it's great to meet you. And thanks again to everyone for joining our call today. If you have questions as we go through, you can pop those into the Q&A box. I'll try to get to them as we go, but if I don't see your question while we're going through the call, I'll definitely get to it at the end, and then we can send out those responses when we send our follow-up email as well. All right, so today we are covering intent data. I know this is a new topic for many of you, so we're going to do an overview of what exactly intent data is, how we can use it to drive business, drive revenue, and expand your marketing potential. We're also going to talk about our company surge intent data. So we are extremely lucky to be partnered with Bombora. They are really the pioneers in the intent data industry and far and away the industry leader on this type of information. They've been in business for about 5 years, and we are extremely lucky to have them as our partners. And we will go over today exactly what that company surge that Bombora uses is. We'll also talk about the best way to select your intent topics. So there are thousands of topics to choose from. So we want to talk about some best practices that will help you select those appropriately and then use them in your Salesintel search. And finally, we'll talk about how we can power our intent data with our Salesintel searches. And we'll also do a quick demo so everyone can see how it will look in your company searches within the Salesintel portal. All right, so what is intent data? In short, it's the set of behavioral signals that helps you to understand the intention of your prospects to purchase a product or service. According to studies, before engaging with a salesperson, an average B2B prospect is already 67% of the way into their purchasing journey. So by combining the prospect's signals with the intent data, you'll see a much clearer view to help you leverage your customer insights to your advantage. Intent data also identifies prospects who are actively engaged in a buying decision based on the type of content that they're consuming. So as you all know, only a fraction of buyers are actively searching for a solution, and many of them will not make it to your website. The ones that do, only about 15% of them are actively engaged in that buying decision. So we use intent data to identify these businesses, and whether or not they're visiting your site specifically, we can use that intent data to determine if they're ready to make a purchase and, more importantly, who those contacts are. So here are a couple of ways to use this intent data. The first is account-based marketing. So anyone that does account-based marketing understands that it's all about relationships. You can combine intent data in tandem with Salesintel's technographic and firmographic information to find more in-market customers. It improves your ability to score leads, and you can reshape your ABM campaigns with customized messaging. Intent data also drives your sales pipeline. So you're able to more easily identify early opportunities, clients that you might not have even had in your pipeline are actively searching for solutions that you can provide. And intent data allows us to see those contacts. And again, it can help with lead scoring. It allows you to identify leads that are actively looking for your solutions, and you can go after those leads quicker. On the content marketing side, this will give you an ability to refine your messaging as well as your timing for when you're going after these contacts. And you can also create a content strategy that matches what your customers want to see. As far as the customer success side, so as a customer success manager, this is very interesting to me. If you are looking at your existing customers and their intent score for your competitors is high, you want to make sure that your customer success team is going after those customers to drive renewals and make sure that they're sticking with your product. Over on the right, you'll see the topic clusters. So we'll talk a little bit more about this when we look at identifying topics. But basically, we are looking across a number of different intent topics and seeing the accounts that are surging on more than one of those topics. And the higher that intensity is, and the higher the number of topics they are surging on is, that allows us to contact them at the right time. So this is just a quick graphic that shows some information about how intent data can make a difference in your marketing efforts. So as you'll see there, Bombora clients who are using this intent data have seen a huge increase in marketing engagement, up to a 40% reduction in cost per lead, up to a 300% increase in marketing budget ROI, and anywhere from doubling to quadrupling their pipeline size. So let's talk a bit about company surge. So as I mentioned, this is the term that Bombora uses to identify when companies are surging on a specific topic or intent topic. Bombora actually analyzes the business activity of millions of B2B organizations, and each of these accounts is assigned a real-time company surge score based on its activity level for any specific intent topic. So the surge score that you'll see is between 0 and 100. And the more content consumed related to that topic, and the more confident Bombora is that, that a company is reviewing that topic, the higher that score will be. Within Salesintel, you'll be able to search on a surge score between 60 and 100. And the reason that you'll see 60 and above is because we want to make sure that that search activity is different from the usual search activity for that company. So you could have hundreds of people within a company searching for a topic, but we want to show a surge beyond normal activity or normal research patterns. And that really lets us know, hey, something has changed here. This company is looking for this information right now, and we'll update that, and then we can see that intent data within the portal. And again, we use this score to see which businesses are searching for your products and solutions right now. You're also able within the portal to combine company search intent data with Salesintel's account level insights. So as you all know, our B2B data is 95% accurate. So you can identify decision makers at these organizations and gather the contact information that you need to launch your outreach. A lot goes into this score. So Bombora has actually a patented process that analyzes everything from the number of topic events to the number of unique users in each company that are searching for those topics and the depth of content engagement. So if someone's only on a page relevant to that topic for a couple of seconds, that will not increase their surge score as much as if they are actually engaging deeply with that content. So there's definitely a science behind this, and lucky for all of us, Bombora has figured it out, and there's many, many different elements that go into creating this score. All right, so here's how to select your intent topics. The screen on the right is what you will see as an admin in the Salesintel portal, and we'll walk through this in just a minute. There are actually close to 7,000 different topics to select from. So it's a good idea to have these topics in mind when you're choosing the intent topics from the screen. So for example, if you're a company that focuses on CRMs, you can select topics like CRM software and CRM management, along with specific products like Salesforce and Microsoft Dynamics. Within the portal, you have the ability to search up to 25 topics, and this includes things from products to product types and keywords. And it's definitely best practice to select more than one topic for more conclusive results. So it's interesting to search for companies that are engaging with just one topic, But building a topic cluster, like we talked about a bit ago, helps you identify a broader trend. So that's definitely more actionable if your prospects are looking at several of these topics as opposed to just one or two. Bombora does have a full list of these topics available to you. So we're going to include either a link to that or the topic list in our follow-up email. So if you want to search within that document or just look at the taxonomy and the different topics that are available before selecting in Salesintel, you can use that list to do so. So this graph is a great exercise to do before you select intent topics. So if you're looking to target specific contacts at the bottom of the funnel or at the top of the funnel, you can definitely review this use case with your team. And if there's one thing that you want to identify, you can look at what topics should those include. So are we looking at competitors or partners? Are we looking at specific personas? So definitely, and again, we'll send this out, but before you are going in to select those topics, sit down with your team, think about the best use cases for this intent data, and go through that list, determine which topics you think are the best to do that. Cool. All right, so this is how we search with intent data in Salesintel. So again, you'll have the ability to select those topics. This is for admins only at the moment. So if you are not an admin and do not know who the admin of your company is, you can just reach out to me and I will point you in their direction. Included in all Salesintel packages currently is access to search 25 topics and 50 company results. So once you're in there and you find this information useful, which we know you will, and you think, wow, I would love to have more companies appear in these results, we do have some professional packages that that will provide more company results. You can get 400 company results or 800 results depending on the package. So again, if that's something you're interested in, just reach out to me and I can provide the pricing for that. So within our company search, we're going to select the topics on the left that we originally selected in the admin setup. We'll also select our surge score threshold. So again, that threshold is letting you know how confident we are that your companies are consuming content based on those topics. And it starts at 60, it goes all the way up to 100, and you can determine in that score threshold what you want that to look like. And then you'll also select the topic threshold. So like we talked about in those topic clusters, it's definitely a good idea to include more than one topic in your search. So we can say, we want to see everyone who's searching on 5 of these topics at this score, and then the company search will pull those results for you. You can also pair that intent data with other fields to yield more specific results. So within Salesintel, we have all of our amazing firmographic and technographic information, and we can apply that to this search so we're only getting those specific companies back. And then, of course, you have the option to view these results and export the contacts. So intent data is only available in the portal. That's not going to export to your CRM or your marketing system. But once you run this search and you found the contacts that you want, you can export those knowing that those contacts do fit within these intent scores. All right, so we are actually going to jump out into the portal and do a quick demo. But in this presentation that we'll send to everyone, you will see a link for a video tutorial. So our amazing marketing team has put this together, and this is just a quick rundown of everything that we've talked about, how to set it up, and how to use it in the portal. All right. So I do have a quick question I want to get to. Will the users be limited to the topics that are pre-selected by the administrator? Yes, that's correct. So it's definitely a good idea to run through that exercise with your team and figure out the best topics for you. And then once the administrator selects them, you can apply the specific topics you want to see to your search. Okay, so we will go ahead and look at this in the portal right now. So as we talked about, it's definitely a good idea to add additional filters to this intent search. If you are a company who sells CRM software, but only to small and medium-sized businesses, we're going to select our CRM topics from our topic list. And here you'll see just 25 of the 7,000 that are available. So I've selected the ones that are relevant to CRM. And then we can update that score threshold, as well as the topic threshold. So again, after we've selected these topics here, we're only looking at those that have a surge score of 75 or higher, and only companies that have 3 or more topics that they're currently surging on. If we scroll down, we'll see our firmographic information here. So if we're only looking in a specific state or a metro area, we would add that filter. Same with industry and revenue. And since I'm only looking for small and medium-sized businesses, I've put a 5,000 maximum on the employee count. And then we'll hit search, and we'll see our company results here. The topic score information is going to be here for us. So we can see with these results that for this particular company, they have a 90 on the company surge score for CRM management, along with an 86 for Salesforce Lightning. So you'll see those results in this topic score column. And then, as with any company search, we can click into our contact list. And here we'll see all of the contacts for that company that have been verified in the last 90 days by our research team. You'll have the option to export these, and then the decision makers and the contacts for those companies that are surging on the intent score, you'll have those either in a CSV or in your CRM. All right. So that is all I had for you today. I'm going to check to see if we have any other questions. Okay, so let's see. The intent score is the prospect's area of interest. So the intent score is based on what prospects are currently searching and consuming topic based on the intent. And the higher that intent, the higher the company surge score is, then the more confident we and Bombora are that the prospects are consuming content based on that intent. And can you sort the list of people before exporting? Yes. So you can apply any additional filters that you would like to this contact list once you've entered the contact screen. So if you're only looking within this list for directors or VPs, or you want to filter out anyone that does not have a direct phone line, you can apply those filters to that search before exporting. Okay, and one more question about methodology. So I covered this a little bit at the beginning of the call, but I know we had a couple of people join after that. So basically there are many different functions that go into determining intent. And that's kind of Bombora's secret sauce. But there is a science behind that. And there are a lot of things that go into determining that score. So there are things like the number of unique users in each company and how many of them are searching for the topics that you're interested in, to the time that they spend consuming content based on that topic. So there's a lot of different things that go into that. and we can definitely send out some more information regarding how that's determined. All right, so that looks like all we've got today. Again, I will send out a follow-up to everyone that will include the exercise for choosing your topics, and a couple of other resources for you. If you are interested in learning more about intent or you're not currently seeing it in your Salesintel portal, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help you get that all set up, and we will go from there. All right, great. Well, again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And please reach out to me with any questions. And I will hopefully speak with all of you soon. Thank you so much.